One of the vital functions of the United States government is to establish and maintain diplomatic relations with other countries. In every friendly and civilized nation in the world, there is an American embassy or legation. Whether it is Paris or Cairo, Shanghai, or any other remote outpost, the most reliable and confidential means of communication is the courier service. Armed only with his passport, the courier, like a global postman, delivers the top secret dispatches of our government.
Pass minute.
Name?
Stephen McQuinn.
Profession?
Diplomatic courier.
So here I was in Casablanca again, the sleepy African city of the white houses and the blue Mediterranean, of crooked streets and crowded alleys and dark corners. It was my first visit since the war, and once again the sprawling Moroccan city was a smoldering fuse, with rioting and arrests and a sinister gleam of knives and hatreds. A smoldering fuse waiting to explode into revolt or war. Today it's rioting. Tomorrow, who knows? Our problem is that guns are being delivered to the desert tribes. It's part of a plan. Playing on the distrust of the Arabs for all foreigners. They're steaming up a revolt. Casablanca isn't the safest place in the world right now, not even for Americans.
Don't worry, Evans. I'm on my good behavior.
Yes?
Miss Rand is here.
Who?
Miss Rand.
Oh, send her in. One of our local Americans who made good. Casablanca nightclub tycoon. Wants to see you.
Me? I don't know any nightclub owners here.
Don't you?
No, I don't.
Here he is, Miss Rand.
I heard you were in town, Steve, and I knew I'd find you here. Steve McQuinn. You don't remember me?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't.
4 years in North Africa leaves some scars, I guess. The price of success.
May Rand. We've met before?
September 17th, 1950. It was 4:27 in the afternoon. It was a sunny day.
The Ile-de-France, you were singing with a band.
Give that man a box of cigars.
Holy Toledo, I didn't recognize you. You've changed completely.
I'm a big success.
Say, it's wonderful to see you again, May. Look, I'm only going to be in town a short while. I'd love to see the place. How about showing it to me?
Do you really want me to?
I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it.
Seems I get you once every 4 years, like a presidential election. Maybe I'd better cast my vote now. It's a date. I'll pick you up here at 7 for cocktails.
Wonderful. I'll look forward to it.
See you later. Thanks, Mr. Evans.
Goodbye, Miss Rand.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Say, that's a wonderful girl.
She's hard as barbed wire, Steve.
Who, May?
I guess she has to be. Casablanca's a rough town. Running a nightclub here is a big assignment. There's no room for sentiment or softness.
She in any trouble?
No, of course not. The people love her here. But she isn't a sweet all-American girl, Steve. This kid's been around.
Good.
How about that sightseeing tour? No. Don't do it, Steve. Casablanca this week is no place for an American to be wandering around. There are people who would just love to provoke an incident involving an American State Department representative, and the time was never riper.
Look, I'll watch my step.
I'm serious, Steve. We can't afford a mess. The situation in this area is too touchy.
I'm not going to get involved in any revolts. All I want to do is see Casablanca.
I told you, it's a pretty dull city.
Yeah, by now I'm convinced. I think we could be having kebab at Selby's or a drink at your apartment.
Come with me to the Casbah, you said.
I ought to have my head examined. Next time I hear that phrase, hey, watch it. I don't know. He's unconscious. The fool kid walked right into the car. He didn't know where he was.
You're not dead.
Oh, no, he's not dead. Do you know a doctor around here?
No.
Hey! Now what?
I don't know.
You speak Arabic?
No.
Any of you people know who this boy is? You know where he lives? Doesn't anybody here speak English? Well, that was a big success. Hey, look. Let's go.
Give him to me.
I'll carry him in.
Give him to me.
He was hurt. He was hit by a car. He needs a doctor. Do you understand? Call a doctor.
Can you find anything?
The bruise on his arm. It doesn't look like much.
Do you think he hit his head?
Well, he might have.
You go now. He is my son. I will take care of him.
Then why don't you call a doctor?
Ali. I will bring a doctor.
Hey, he locked the door.
Hey, open up! What's the big idea? Well, what do you suppose he locked us in for?
Probably doesn't trust us.
Well, evidently not. See, this whole thing's very strange. The kid running right into the car. Those men down the street acted mighty funny. Now this guy locks us in.
This isn't New York, Steve. It's Casablanca, and things are different here.
Well, it can't be that different.
Take my word for it, Steve. In Casablanca, the unusual is usual. I don't think it's his head. I can't find a bump or anything.
Well, if it is concussion, I wonder if there would be a bump. I'm quite sure none of his bones are broken.
But why is he like this?
Shock, maybe. What are you supposed to do for shock? Keep him warm, I think.
But he's burning up now. Feel his forehead. I think it's fever, Steve.
I think you're right. That's strange. You wouldn't get a fever just by being bumped by a car.
Before we go and look at your son, Mahmoud, do you realize what this means?
I do.
That you let those people in?
We can put them out.
How? Just tell them to go away and that the boy will be all right. Don't you think they'll be curious? Don't you think they'll come back, maybe with the police?
It wasn't the boy's fault. He was feverish. He wandered into the street.
Too late for blame. I thought we'd be safe here. I thought nobody would come here. The quarantine made your house the logical place.
That and my family's name, Bender.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry about the Americans, Bender. We can take care of them. But what about my son?
We are doing this for your son, Mahmoud. At 3 o'clock this morning, it begins. The culmination of 2 years of planning. With these supplies, 7 garrisons will be attacked. Some will fall. The Arab world will rise. Your son will be a prince.
But he is sick, Bender.
He's not meant to die. Have faith in the cause.
Yes, the cause.
Come, we look at him now. Hey, just take a gun.
How old do you think he is, Steve?
Oh, I'd say 5 or 6.
He's a good-looking kid, isn't he?
He sure is.
I wish we could do something for him.
Well, so do I.
suppose he's dying.
It won't do any good talking that way, May.
I'm sorry. Look at him, Steve. So little, so helpless. And we sit here and can't do...
What can we do?
Don't say anything, Steve. You really don't know very much about me. I used to have a kid brother once, a long time ago. He died when he was 5. You can wipe it out of your mind, but the scar tissue remembers.
I'm Dr. Bender.
We've been expecting you, Doctor. I'm Steve McQuinn. This is Miss Rand.
How do you do? How long has he been unconscious?
About half an hour.
Has he spoken at all?
No, he hasn't.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm quite sure.
Well, what happened?
Well, he was running across the street. We were in a taxi and he ran right into it.
Is it serious, Doctor?
Well, except for a bruise on his arm, I don't think he was hurt in the accident.
Then what's wrong with him?
Blackwater fever.
What's that?
That's a contagious disease. Very contagious and very dangerous. It's malarial in its symptoms, but much more deadly.
Well, he ought to be in a hospital.
Contagion, my friend. No hospital will take him. That's why I'm sorry for both of you.
Sorry for us.
But you came in contact with the disease. You see, this house is quarantined.
Quarantine? Well, we've got to get out of here.
That would be quite impossible.
I can't stay here, Doctor. I'm a United States diplomatic courier. I'm catching a plane tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock.
I'm sorry, Mr. McQuinn, but surely you must see why it is necessary to keep you here. A disease like Blackwater fever has to be confined. Think of it, Mr. McQuinn. Would you want to be responsible for spreading a plague?
Well, of course not, but...
Well, I'll call your consulate to explain.
Well, they locked us in again.
Suppose they feel they had to.
Guard the door. Don't open it for anything.
Something awful fishy about this. What'd you think of that doctor?
What do you mean?
I got a funny feeling about him. A little too smooth for me. He didn't exactly inspire me with confidence.
The boy is really sick, Steve.
Yeah, I guess he is. Look, May. There's something going on in here, something important.
There's a quarantine. What is that truck doing here?
I think I can make a pretty good guess. Hey, Bud. How'd you like to make $50? $50 just to open this door. All right, look, I'll make it $100. There must be a way out of here, and I've got to find it. I think I've got it.
What are you going to do, Steve? Steve, what are you doing?
It won't burn, it'll just smolder. I want a lot of smoke.
But what are we going to do about the boy?
Well, if we're going to help him, we've got to get out of here first.
But we can't leave him here.
Well, we've got to. Come on, get over here. Fire! fire, will you? Open up! Open up! There's a fire here!
You okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I wonder where we are. Come on, let's try over here.
Bender, I want to send for the doctor.
When the trucks are gone, and not until then, Mahmoud. Remember what's to be won. Your son will be all right. I've seen him. Very deeply.
I wouldn't take Brooke on that, Doctor.
If I were a doctor, Mr. McQuinn, I would say the prognosis for you is very poor. No hope.
Don't make any bets you can't afford to lose.
You realize that you have seen what you should not have seen.
You're not just a kidding, sonny boy. Who's this, your new big shot?
My son will rinse, as my father was.
You're letting your son die right here while you take orders from this phony baloney.
That will be enough, McQuinn.
What shall we do with him?
It is wisdom to prepare, Mahmoud. When the guns are out, we shall blow up this house with them in it.
My home? No, Bender, I forbid it.
We can take no chances.
But 7 garrisons fall tonight.
We take
Tomorrow
no chances. We blast this house, leaving a few guns and the dead Americans who plotted to overthrow the government. That will make a nice newspaper scandal.
It won't work, Bender.
You won't be here to see whether it does or not, my friend.
Steve, what are we going to do?
Already.
Steve, he's talking.
Water.
How are you, son? How do you feel?
Water.
Here.
Thank you. I think he's better. Do you think they'll really do it? I mean, blow up the house?
Your guess is as good as mine. Anyway, we're safe as long as the boy's here.
Funny. When I was a kid back in the States, I never thought it would wind up like this.
Well, when you're a kid, life seems so normal and safe.
Remember when we first met in that funny little dark bar in the Ile-de-France?
Mm-hmm.
I think you picked me up.
Yes, I think I did.
You bought me a champagne cocktail, and later on we danced. We had fun.
Well, that's what we were looking for.
And we found it. I wonder what we would have thought then if we'd known about now.
Guess we wouldn't have believed it. You're all right, May. I'm sorry I got you mixed up in this.
What happened?
A couple of prowl cops.
Then the police are here.
Not anymore. They didn't seem to know anything about those guns. I think they were just making the rounds. May, I've got to find a way out of here. Come here. I think I can make it to that window over there. I'm going to try it.
You mean jump across?
Yeah.
No, I won't let you. It's too dangerous.
No more so than I'd trigger happy little Prussian down there. Look, May, I'm no hero. If I thought we had a prayer here, I'd sit it out.
But suppose the window is locked, or even worse, someone's in the room.
Well, what have we got to lose? It's our only chance. Look, May, if I make it, I'll get you out of here. Don't worry.
Be careful.
What's that? Come on.
All is well, friend.
He's in the house somewhere. Spread out and find him. Mahmoud, you guard the front door. I'll take care of the woman. Come with me.
Get ready to leave, baby.
Later.
Let's go. I'll carry the kid.
Don't move.
This is your son.
Put him down.
You must get him to a hospital.
Put my son down.
Then take him to a doctor.
But the guns. Guns.
Guns. To kill someone whose brother will come to kill you.
I want no killing. I only want what is mine. Mine and Ali's.
Then why are you letting your son die?
Your only son, Mahmoud. Would you sacrifice him for Bender?
I no longer care about Bender. The guns can stay here with Bender. Give me my son. I will carry him.
How's the boy?
He's in the hospital. And with oriamycin and some other stuff they're pumping into him, he's going to be all right.
Hey, how about my blood test?
Negative. Yours and Miss Rand's.
Good. And Mahmoud?
He's with his son. General Duclos, the French police chief here, is showing him every consideration.
Say, is May still waiting outside?
Still wants her dinner, I guess.
You know, this ball and chain has ruined more pleasant possibilities. How am I going to explain that to her?
You can't. Send Miss Rand in. She seems different.
Don't jump to conclusions, Evans. She never was any different.
Well, Steve, you ready? Oh, no, I won't let you go.
Well, speak to Evans.
Rome?
Uh-uh.
Paris?
Prague.
But that's in Czechoslovakia.
Steve isn't there yet. He may decide to move it.
Will you excuse me, please?
Well, May,
Well, Steve. Come on, I'll drive you to the airport.
let's drive very slowly. And for all this sightseeing, huh?